Welcome to the Chris Hanna Show. Welcome to another episode of the Chris Hanna Show. Today we're going to be talking about top questions that you should ask yourself. There are a number of questions that are vital to ask yourself, to reflect on, to think about when you're trying to figure out what your next move is. Where are you trying to go? What are you trying to take your life? Where do you want to take your career? In order to figure out the next steps, you need to know what you want to do, but sometimes you need to stop, pause, think about it, and then decide. But you can only do that after you know the answers to some of these questions. So today's episode of the Chris Hanna Show will be taking you through 5 specific questions that I think you need to ask yourself. And when you're really honest with yourself about these answers, that's when you're able to progress forward to really take that next leap in whatever direction you want to take your life. So number 1, the first question that you need to ask yourself is, what do I really want? It's a tough question for some people to answer. Because what do you want? What are you looking for? It could be a goal. It could be some end destination that you're looking to move your life towards. It could be a new position. What do you really want? And when you're trying to figure out what you really want, you need to figure out what ultimately makes you happy, right? Where are those opportunities in your life to find a high level of fulfillment or excitement or a level of joy? When you figure that out, you have a better sense of knowing ultimately what you're wanting and what you're wanting to go after. But a lot of people don't think about this question. They just go through life on autopilot, doing the same old thing, not switching it up. Maybe it's a lack of ambition. Maybe it's a sense of just being overwhelmed with the current situations that they are facing in their lives. But if you really want to make a difference and you want to take your life in a direction that's positive, where you can actually make a difference, or you feel a sense of fulfillment, you need to figure out what it is that you really want. And when you figure out what you really want, that's an opportunity for you to set some goals for yourself. I've talked earlier in another episode about small wins, and there's an opportunity then to figure out, if you know your goal, what are some of the small wins or milestones that you need to hit in order to be successful to achieve what you're going after. So again, number 1 question you need to ask yourself first is, what do I really want? The second question that I think is important to ask yourself is, am I happy where I am today? The truth is, a lot of people are not happy. They're miserable, they're sad, they're upset, they're burnt out, they're stressed. They feel this way, but sometimes they don't know why they feel this way. And so it comes down to asking yourself, what is happiness to you? How do you define what happiness looks like? And what is the problem that is stopping you from being happy? You have to take stock of that situation. You have to think about your own life and all the different factors that could be in it. Is it the role that you're doing? Is it the people that you have in your life? Is it the aspirations or goals that you have that you're just not achieving? What is making you not happy where you are today? And we all have the power to make decisions and to choose our path. So ultimately, what you need to do is figuring out why you're not happy and choose to make the changes that you need to do so you can be happy. The third question you need to ask yourself is, what motivates me? Now, this can be tricky for some people to think about too. They don't know, or they don't want to acknowledge what it is that drives them. Some people go through life and, again, it's on autopilot. They're just doing whatever comes their way, but they don't know the intention or the reason why they do certain things or what really pushes them. Some people think it's all about money. But one could argue that once money is pulled out of the equation, is that the motivating factor, or is there something else? For some people, it could be having a sense of purpose is what motivates them. It could be looking for some level of autonomy that also motivates them. For others, what motivates them, what ultimately is their why, is providing that support for their family and loved ones. You have to figure out what it is that motivates you, what drives you, and keep that always in perspective as you're looking to move forward. That's what's going to help further progress your career or wherever you're trying to go when you know your why and what ultimately moves you. Now, the key is if you're in a contributor role, having a conversation with your leader about what motivates you is also important. Because a lot of leaders think that it's the same approach that works for everyone in terms of motivation, but the truth is we're all unique individuals. So you need to figure out what is the best way to motivate someone. But if you have the opportunity to connect with your leader and talk to them about what drives you and what motivates you, that can help them help you. The next question you want to ask yourself is, how can I improve? If you have a goal in mind and you know what drives you, what motivates you, and you know that you can be happier and you want to be happier, you need to figure out where can you improve in your life, whether it's personally or professionally, to get to that level that you're looking for. Is there some subtle tweaks and adjustments that you can make in your daily plan? Do you need to eat better, sleep better, meditate more, converse and connect with more people? What is it that you need to do to improve? I think that there's a lot of power in small little adjustments being really powerful. So there's an opportunity there for you to figure out what is the best path forward. What do you do? How can you improve? And the last question I think that you need to ask yourself, and this one I think is really important, and this is one that really helps fuel me when I'm thinking about the next step, is what will I regret not doing? The truth is we only have so much time. And I've thought about this a lot of times over the last few years of what would I regret not doing? So if I look at myself, say when I'm 65 years old, and I look back on my life, and is there something that I could look back on my life and would I feel regret not doing something that I've always just wanted to do? Maybe I've repressed some sort of ambition or idea. And I've started to realize there's an opportunity for all of us to look at it from that perspective, is that there should be a life where we have no regrets. How do we want to move forward? Well, let's just move forward. It's progress again over perfection. But do whatever it is you want to do that provides you the level of fulfillment and happiness and joy that you're looking for. Because the last thing you want to do is look back on life and say, well, I didn't use it to my fullest potential. I only half lived my life. But there's not enough time to do the things that I truly wanted to do. Far too often, I think we wait until we get to that later stage in life where we can retire or we can take vacations. You work your whole life to just enjoy it at the end. What about trying to enjoy it all throughout? Do the things that you want to do, that you feel compelled to do, that you need to do, whenever you can do them, as opposed to waiting for them to be done. Because the more you wait, the less time you have available, and you never know what's going to happen if you're going to be able to do whatever that is that you're looking to do. So again, live your life so you have no regrets. Again, top questions you need to ask yourself if you really want to move forward and have a tremendous amount of success. Number 1, what do I really want? Number 2, am I happy where I am today? Number 3, what motivates me? Number 4, how can I improve? And number 5, what will I regret not doing? If you can ask yourself these questions on a regular basis and you take action based on the answers to these questions, you can have a tremendous amount of success. All right, for more details, more tips and tricks on how to achieve more, check out my website, chrishanna.ca, or follow me at The Chris Hanna Show on LinkedIn, Instagram, or Twitter. Until next time, keep moving forward, keep progressing. Thanks for listening to this episode of The Chris Hanna Show. As always, the latest episodes are available to listen and subscribe to on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you listen to your podcasts. You can also follow The Chris Hanna Show on LinkedIn, Instagram, or Twitter. For more resources and solutions, including blog posts, toolkits, ebooks, speaking sessions, and more, visit chrishanna.ca today. We look forward to connecting again with you soon for another episode of The Chris Hanna Show.